Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with John Montes. He's the Regional Disaster Officer for the Red Cross. John, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us here today.
Okay, so of course, what we're here to talk about is hands-only CPR. This is something that a lot of people may not be used to. I mean, they may be used to having to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation if that's kind of something that used to be taught. But can you say, I mean, what's the value of an average citizen knowing hands-only CPR?
That's such a great question. And really what the value is that in 15 to 20 minutes, you can learn a life-saving skill. You can learn it online, you can learn it through a virtual instructor, or you can learn it in person. And what we've learned since the early 2000s is by teaching the public hands-only CPR, so not the full CPR with the certification, but just the compressions.
Right.
Increases people's opportunity in a cardiac arrest by over 30%. And when you think about cardiac arrest and you realize that it's one of those things that, you know, everything you do is a valiant effort, but not everyone comes back from it.
Right.
If you can increase someone's chances by 30%,
Yeah,
and
to
it
live.
only to live,
Yeah.
and it only takes you 15 minutes to learn it,
Wow.
shouldn't you learn it?
Right.
So it's a really valuable thing.
And this is kind of different than, you know, those other classes, because those other classes cost money to have the full certification, because it's people's jobs who are trained to do it, to give you, you know, their time and effort to show you how to do it the right way. So this is the way that's accessible to everyone.
Accessible to everyone. And even when you call 911 and you have someone that's potentially in cardiac arrest, the 911 dispatcher will give you instructions on how to do hands-only CPR.
Oh, amazing. Wow, yeah, dispatchers are so cool.
They
know
really are,
everything.
yeah. I was a dispatcher for several years. It's one of the most amazing jobs.
You're out of this, you were emergency response up until this, right?
I was, yeah. I worked in emergency medical services. I did policy.
Wow.
I oversaw an ambulance service.
Wow.
But now I'm responsible for disaster response for the American Red Cross here in Maine and in New Hampshire and in Vermont.
And you've been busy in Vermont.
We sure have, yeah, with the floods. But, you know, we're busy across all three states. We respond to home fires and communities and support victims. And we have a very robust team of volunteers who are just incredible.
Right.
So it's a really rewarding job. And I'm so thankful to you guys to talking about CPR, because it's National Preparedness Month.
Right. Thank you for tying that in. Yeah. So, I mean, what are you guys talking about for National Preparedness Month? This is probably it, right?
This is the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's 10 minutes of your time. It's a great thing. We're even going to do an event in Bangor on September 23rd.
The 23rd, okay.
Yeah, where you can come in and I'll actually be there teaching hands-only CPR.
Awesome.
And then, so it's the easiest thing to do, but there's other stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, the big thing is right now we're seeing a lot of weather disasters, right? So being ready for prolonged loss of your utilities, like your power, having a kid at home, also fire preparedness. Fires happen all the time.
Right.
And just knowing that you need to get out in 90 seconds and what are the things you need to take with you, and how to have a plan, and where are you going to meet your family outside the house. Those kinds of things, those conversations. This is Preparedness Month. Take advantage of that and do that.
Yeah, that's huge, right? Have a clear exit. Just
absolutely. Have a
like
kit and have a plan.
Yeah. And I know it may seem kind of like we're going on and we're talking about this and not doing the actual demonstration. This interview right here is a two-parter. So today we're going to just kind of talk about hands-only CPR, and tomorrow you will, if you tune back in, you'll get to see the actual demonstration. So I mean, I think that's all we need to talk about before we jump into the demonstration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So when you see us next, we'll do the actual demo. Stay tuned tomorrow. John, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.